might know me as Banks from social media. Either way, I'm here to help you get ready for your first ever indoor life mat Pilates experience or help you feel just a little bit more confident in your next class. Today we have a full body burn, obviously, but we have a focus on a lower body. So expect to feel the burn in those glutes and that posterior chain in the back of your body. I have a juicy back extensor series. I'm obsessed with it. So without further ado, let me cut the yip yap and let's get to the work.
Start seated back on those heels, arms in goal pose. We're flipping those palms down so they're facing behind us and flipping back up so they're facing right in front of us. Nice 90-degree bend of those elbows. We're warming up those scaps. Nice inhale as we flip down, exhale as we flip up. One more just like this. Nice. Before we go opposite arm here, we're flipping that right arm down as that left arm is up and alternating sides. Nice. Inhale and exhale. In through that nose, out through that mouth. Keep breathing just like this, just a few more here. Last one like this. And press all the way up, sliding those arms down like we're sliding down a wall here, keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed. Don't let those shoulders creep up towards those ears. Think about really sliding those hands down an imaginary wall, pushing all the way up. Nice. Hands come behind our head. We're opening those elbows behind us and bringing them forward, almost like we're trying to close in on our cheeks. Opening those arms nice and wide here. On this next one, we're opening up that chest, head comes up towards the ceiling. Before we close those arms, rounding that spine. Inhale, open up that chest towards the ceiling. Exhale, round that spine, take our gaze down. Inhale, open up, head comes up, nice. Nice extension and flexion of that spine. Keep breathing. We got one more just like this. Before we bring it back to neutral here. Now let's get into an open leg rocker, scooching down to the edge of our mat. We're gonna find a balance between our tailbone and our sit bone. Legs come up, hands come behind those knees, slight curvature of that spine. Inhale, we roll back. Exhale, we come back up, finding that balance. Nice. Inhale, roll back onto those shoulders. Exhale, roll up, find that balance. The goal here is to roll back and forth on that breath. Trying not to use momentum and just core to get us back up. Nice. Last one, just like this. For we find that balance, press those legs together, arms come out long. We're rolling our torso down to the mat. Nice. Keep those legs at tabletop. Open up those knees, connect those big toes. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, release. Nice. Exhale, curl up, reaching long through those fingertips. Inhale, release. Can you curl up just a little bit higher? Lifting through the back of those ribs, not that neck. We don't want to feel our neck straining here. Exhale, lift. Can you lift just a little bit higher? Lift higher than I'm lifting right now. You got it. On this next one, stay lifted. We're opening and closing those knees. Nice. Lift up just a little bit higher. Stay lifted here. Inhale as we open, exhale as we close. As you see, I lifted up just a little bit higher, trying to reach that potential. You got it. On this last one, keep those legs at tabletop. We're shooting that left leg long as we bring that right knee in and switch and switch and switch. We're inhaling, exhaling. Can you lift up just a little bit higher? Inhale. Exhale, brushing those legs right past each other. Nice long line. Keep breathing on this single leg stretch. Before we keep that left leg lifted, Find a twist over to the left. Bring it to the other side. Nice twist through that waistline. Keep breathing. Inhale, twist, exhale. Inhale, twist, exhale. Try not to have those hips rocking back and forth. I know it's hard. Keep breathing. You got it. Hold that right leg bent. Bring that left leg in. We're tapping that toe down and lifting back up. Tap down and lift. Stay lifted. We only have one more like this before we take it to the other side. Bring that left leg back to tabletop. Twist over to the left. This time right leg taps and lifts. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. 2 more just like this. Last one. Stay lifted. Bring it all in. Give those knees a nice big hug. You deserve it. Just a brief hug though. Bring those feet back down to the mat. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Press those hips up. Nice. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press up. Try not to arch at the top of this. Inhale, lower. If you feel your lower back in this sequence, I want you to lower that glute bridge. On this next one, hands come overhead. This time as we press those hips up, press those hands down by your hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press those hands down. Inhale, lower those hips. Bring those arms back overhead. Nice. Keep breathing. On this next one, stay lifted. We're lifting up that right leg to tabletop and tapping that toe back down. Exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower, trying to keep those hips the same height. You can always edit this down by lowering those hips and just taking the toe tap from the ground with those hips down. Keep breathing here. Nice and steady. Only a few more. On this last one, keep that leg at tabletop before you shoot it out to 45. Bringing it back to a bend. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you bring it back to a bend. If you need to edit this down, you can always shoot that leg up towards the ceiling instead of shooting it out to 45 before you bring it back to a bend. Coming up on these last 2 here, bring it to a bend, shooting out. You got it. Keep breathing. On this last one, we're going to shoot that leg up towards the ceiling, flexing that foot as you lower down, pointing that toe as you lift back up. Nice. Still trying to keep those hips lifted if they're lifted up here. Nice. Flex as you lower, point as you lift, inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. On this next one, we're bringing that left arm behind us, lowering down, bringing it all to center as we lift back up. Working our balance here. Inhale as we lower away from us. Exhale as we bring it all to center. Just one more like this before we bring it all down. Let's articulate out of this bridge 2 good times before we take to the other side. Rolling down bone by bone, pushing back up 1 vertebrae at a time. One more time, rolling down and rolling back up. Before we keep it there, left leg comes up to tabletop. We're going for those toe taps here, tapping that left toe down and lifting back up. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Nice. Keeping those hips nice and steady. Looking for a nice little tap of that left toe before you lift it back up. Last one. Keep it at tabletop. And we're shooting out to 45 or the ceiling, depending on what feels good for you and your body. Inhale as we bend, exhale as we extend. Nice. Keeping those hips steady. If you want to lower those hips and take this movement with those hips on the ground, that is also an option. Last one. Back up to the ceiling. Flex that foot as you lower. Point that toe as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. You got it. Keep breathing. This one gets tricky. On this next one, we're adding that arm into the mix. Bringing that arm overhead, flexing that foot on the way down, pointing as we bring everything to touch in the center. Inhale, bring that arm behind you. Exhale, bring it all to center. Nice. Working those oblique slings here. Last one to touch before we bring that arm and leg back down and articulate bone by bone out of this bridge. Nice. Now, let's bring those knees in, give them a nice little hug. You know we won't be here long. Circle them, pushing them out away from each other, bringing them back together through center. Just a little brief breaky poo, where we take it onto our stomachs for some extension work, my favorite. Alrighty, legs come the width of your mat. Gaze is towards the mat. Arms are in a goal post. On your next inhale, we're lifting that chest up off of the mat here and lowering back down. Nice. Lifting and lowering. Think about pressing that pubic bone into the mat, lifting that belly button off, keeping those thighs nice and pressed into the mat. On this next one, hold with that chest lifted. We're bringing that left elbow to that left hip. Send it long in front of you. Bring that right elbow to that right hip. Send that long in front of you as you bring that left elbow back. We're alternating arms here, almost like we're going for a swim. Not one that will really keep us afloat, but we're doing something here. Nice. Working that back extensors. Good thing we're not in the water. Elbow to hip as you send the other arm long. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. We're almost done here. Keep afloat. Can you lift a little higher without going to that lower back? On this next one, bring both arms to center. We're lowering back down. Let's take it to single leg stretch. Coming up on those forearms, elbows right underneath our shoulders. We're lifting off that right quad as we bend that knee and flex that foot. As you point that toe, lower it back down to the mat. Nice. Take it to the other side. Flexing that foot as you bend, trying to get that quad lifted off. Working back of body here. Nice. As you lower that leg back down to the mat, think about me pulling your foot, pulling your toe, like I'm pulling it away from you. Nice. Inhale as you lift and flex. Exhale as you point that toe away from you. Lift it through that lower belly. Pressing that pubic bone into the mat still. We don't want to break at our lower back. We don't want to arch into our lower back here. That's going to cause problems later. And obviously, we don't want problems. Last one, each side. Now let's take it to the right side one more time. This time we're holding that flex. Kick that heel up. Press it up here. Lifting that quad off. Last two. One. And lower back down. Now let's take it to the left side. Flex that foot. We're pushing that heel up, trying to lift that quad off. We feel it in those buns. We got 3, 2, 1. Point that toe. Lower everything back down to the mat. Hands come on top of each other, right underneath our forehead. Pubic bone is still pressed. Belly button is still lifted. We're lifting off those quads. Yes. Getting that nice work of those glutes. The back of those legs. Last two here. Last one. We're bringing those arms back to that 90-90. Lift that chest and legs. And send them long. Nice. Bring it back to a bend. Inhale as you send long. We're still keeping those heels together, toes apart. Chest is lifted. We're going for a swim here. Swimming through that Pilates pool, nice and strong with the back of our bodies. Inhale as we extend. Exhale as we bend. This one's tough, but it's too good. It's too juicy, y'all. It's too juicy. Keep going. Keep going. You got it. Strong in that core. Belly button is lifted. Pubic bone is pressed. On this last one, hold everything in. We're pumping up towards the ceiling. Nice. Finishing out with the back of this body. You got it. Squeeze those glutes. Lower it all back down. Nice. Amazing. Now let's take it into a child's pose. Send those hips back towards those heels. Reach those arms forward. Just a brief one though, before we bring it up to our knees, we're gonna get into some obliques here. My fave. Send that right leg long as you send that left arm towards the ground. Right arm reaches over. Nice side mermaid. Find that stretch of the side body. On your next inhale, pass through center as you bring that right arm below your belly, left arm overhead. Nice counter stretch. And we'll take it back to left arm on the ground, right arm overhead. Yeah, you can even bend that elbow for a deeper stretch if you need it. Going back and forth between left arm down and the counter stretch. Taking our time here, using this as our recovery. We just did a lot of work, y'all. We just did a lot of work. That back of body series was not easy. I'll tell you that. I was sweating. Finding our last counter stretch. This time, that left hand comes behind our head, part of my glutes. Right arm comes up towards the sky. We're lowering down an inch and lifting back up, working that side body side obliques here. Inhale as we lower, exhale as we lift. See if you can lean over just a little bit more. Nice. Last one here before those arms come back to that goalpost we started with. Sliding up an imaginary wall and sliding back down, holding this side bend position. Inhale, extend, exhale, lower. Nice. Keep breathing. This one's tough. On this last slide down, cross those arms in front of you. We're going for a rotation up towards the ceiling. Rotating till we're parallel to the ground. Nice. Inhale as we open up towards the ceiling. Exhale as we rotate towards the ground. Nice and strong here. We've got 3 more just like this. Stay with me now. Last 2. Last one. Find that final rotation. We bring it upright. We gotta take it off to the other side, y'all. This time, left leg comes out long. Right arm comes towards the ground. Left arm comes overhead. Nice side body stretch. Counter stretch as that left arm comes underneath that belly button or on that stomach. Right arm overhead. Finding that nice side body stretch. We're trying to move in between 2 invisible walls here, side to side. That's the movement we're looking for. You can even bend that elbow once it comes to the ground if you need a little bit of a deeper stretch, depending on how flexy you are. Our last time, stretching over to the right here. Before we bring that right hand behind our head, left arm is up. We're going down an inch and back up. Nice side body here. Inhale as we lower, exhale as we lift. Keep breathing. You got it. Last one. Before you bring those arms to that goalpost, slide it up the wall and drag it back down. Can you lean a little deeper into this side body here? I know it's tough. I know y'all didn't see me, but I was sweating. Got to keep a brave face for y'all, but I was going through it. Last one. Lower back down, cross those arms. We're looking for that twist. Upwards and downwards. Nice. Inhale as we rotate upwards. Exhale as we rotate downwards. As you see my face, I mean business. When I'm making this face, you know I need to lock in. Keep rotating here. Nice and strong. You got it. Last two like this. Find that rotation downwards. Inhale upwards. Exhale downwards. And we're done. Ooh, that was wretched. Alrighty, let's find a little chest opener. Circle those arms backwards. Place them on the back of your hips. Let that spine arch. Open up that chest here. Before we take it all to standing. Nice. Starting with our feet together, we're going to find a slight hinge of those hips backwards. Nice bend in those knees. We're sending that right leg behind us as we bring it back for a tap. Think about tapping that toe behind you and tapping it forwards as you send those arms long and bring those back to a bend. Nice. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you bend. Keeping a lean forward, putting that weight on that left leg here. This is just the beginning of our lunge series. It's going to heat up real quick, so stick with me, y'all. Stick with me. Inhale as we extend. Exhale as we bend. This time, send that leg backwards. We're lifting that leg up and lowering back down. Nice and softly, trying not to thud your way down like I just did, but nice and softly. We're still going for that tap here. Lifting those arms and lowering back down, trying to lift those arms and legs at the same time. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You got it. On this next one, we're bringing that toe back down. Find a bend of that right knee as those hands lower. Lengthen that leg as they lift. Left knee is right over that ankle, as you see mine is. My knee isn't creeping towards my toes. We're almost done here. Inhale as we lower. Exhale as we lift. Last one before we add that lift back in the mix. So this time, as we press that knee up, we're lifting that leg up behind us. Nice. Inhale as we lower. Exhale as we pop that leg up behind us. Arms are lowering and lifting. You got it. This one's tough for sure. We got one more challenge after this. Last one, stay lifted, arms up. We're finding a slight rainbow of that leg here. Trying to really kick it up behind us. Finding our balance. We're leaning into that left leg. Exhale as we rainbow. Inhale as we tap. You can do it. Keep breathing. Almost done here. Last little challenge on this side before we take it to the other side. Last two here. Keep breathing. Exhale, rainbow. Inhale, tap. Exhale, rainbow. Inhale, tap. Bring it all back to center here. Nice. Woo! Beat out those cheeks. I know they're burning. I know they are because mine were. Take it to the other side. We got to repeat that whole sequence. Feet together to start. Find that hinge. We're sending that left leg back and tapping that toe forward. Nice. Gaze should be towards the mat. Elbows are coming by our side as we bring everything in, and then shooting nice and long as we lengthen that leg behind us. Inhale as we bend. Exhale as we extend. Nice and light on that big toe. Before we keep it long, we're going for those lifts. Those dreaded lifts. Yes. Inhale, lift that leg up. Exhale, lower. Arms are lifting as that leg is lifting. We're finding our balance here. You got it. Keep breathing. Last lift like this before we drop that knee down. Arms come down. Lifting those arms and lengthening those legs. Yeah, find that little tap or as close as you can get it. Trying not to rest that knee too long. Exhale, extend everything. Inhale, bend everything. We're so close to the finish line, y'all. Y'all got it. Keep breathing. Nice and strong in that posture. Knee right over that ankle. Don't let it creep towards those toes. We're going for those lifts soon. Lifting and lowering. Pop that leg up behind you before you tap that knee back down. Nice and soft on that toe. Don't thud that toe, cramming it into the mat. We want to be nice and gentle here. We got just a few more. Exhale to push everything off. Inhale to lower it back down. We know those rainbows are next. On this next one, stay lifted because we're finding those rainbows, tapping that toe down, lifting up before we tap it down again. Exhale, inhale, exhale, lift up behind you. Inhale, tap. This is the last stretch. I know we can do it. Keep breathing here. You got it. Finding that balance, staying hinged forward, leaning into that right leg. We're so close, y'all. Keep breathing. Last one like this. And bring it all in. Woo! Walk it back to the edge of that mat. We're going to end it out with a little bit of recovery. Circling those arms over. Tucking that chin to chest as we dive towards those toes. Walk those hands out. Recovery as in push-ups. We're getting to our push-up positions. If you need to edit this, you can drop those knees down. We're taking that chest as close to the mat as we can. I thought I was further down than this. It looks like my face was just towards the mat. Once you finish those, push those hips up, pedal those feet out. Before you roll back to your push-up position, whether on those toes or knees, we're gonna grab 3 more here. Trying to get our chest down, not just our face. Ooh, this is kind of embarrassing. Roll it back, pedal those feet out. We got one last time, y'all. One last time. Then I'll leave y'all alone, I swear, until the next drop. Roll it forward. We're going for 2 more like this. Keep pushing. Roll back up. Pedal those feet out. Nice. Walk those hands close to your feet. Roll up 1 bone at a time. And that's all she wrote. I'll see y'all. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed today's lower body focused burn. I sure had a good time. Y'all, please tell me that little frog pump 90-90, that was too good. After I did that, I said, ooh, I really ate with that. I really ate. Anyway, as you know, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you already know I'm going to say, everybody is a Pilates body. And I hope to see you in real life soon. Bye.